Of course, what we were talking about is what's going on with the Electoral College, the electoral votes in the state of Nebraska. Nebraska being one of two states that divides up their electoral votes based on the amount of votes each candidate gets, and they divide them up. And so they don't. It's not a winner take all state. They are now moving towards making it a winner take all state. And the governor, Jim Pillen, has actually he put out a release yesterday that he supports this winner take all move and urges his senators to bring the bill to his desk. He said he would sign it immediately. He's a strong supporter of the winner take all bill and has been from the start. It'll bring Nebraska, he says, into line with the other 48 states that already do it this way. He calls upon Republicans in the legislature to pass the bill to his desk so he can sign it into law. And of course, well, Democrats are freaking out, right? Now, why would they freak out? Well, it's because it could affect a path to victory for one Joseph Robinette Biden. They're freaking out so much that they're also freaking out on TV. Here's MSNBC talking about it, talking about what this might mean to them. And I guess I guess they used to refer to it as Obamaha. From what I understand, it was a tactic that started with Obama. Believe it or not. So okay. Here's cut number 18. Aaron, go.
The governor there has thrown his support behind an effort that would no longer allocate the electoral votes by congressional district. Because right now, it's 5 votes there. Typically, Republicans get 4, and President Biden, Democrats get the 1 from Omaha.
That's right.
If that changes, and we don't know that it will, the state legislature is going to look at it. But if that changes, that takes away Biden's best path to win. Because if he wins Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, but loses the other swing states and no longer picks up the 1 in Nebraska, 269. That leads playbook this morning. The alarm among Democrats that this is possible. What do you think?
I think this is what the modern Republican Party has become. They're now changing the rules in the middle, trying to benefit themselves.
Stop this for a second. I didn't see this clip till just now. So this is the new thing, because I have a clip of Mark Elias, the guy who's single-handedly responsible for 2020 going to these states and changing the way votes were accepted. Right. Now, fast forward to 24, this is their talking point. That Republicans want to change the way. Meanwhile, this is what they did in 2020. This is what they're trying to do now under the cover of darkness again, trying to run it right under the flagpole so nobody sees it. And now this is going to be their talking point. Even the guy who's most responsible, who you see in the cut that I have coming up on this same network. Right. This is their talking point now, that this is what we're going to try to do. Right. This is laughable. Go ahead. Yeah.
Path rot. In the middle of this, changing the rules 200 days before the election is ridiculous. I think you're right. I think there are real simulation problems.
Ballots
when you
I've
look
never heard
at
of
the
those
map,
before.
That one electoral vote really matters in the combination of other things. Then you need another state. And so the easiest pathway to victory has always been the Midwestern 3 states combined with Nebraska. Something tells me they're not going to get away with it this easy, and there will be a national outcry to try and change the rules here. But it looks like
national outcry from Gary Shandling's cousin over
National outcry for changing the rules before the election. Now, we have talked about this till we are blue in the face. We just talked about this the other night again with Mark Elias and what happened in 2020. I don't need to go through the discourse again on how Republicans argue this point. What was it, last night? I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night.
And I see these clips today. I didn't see that one till just now, but I saw the one that I'm going to play. And I mean, you just can't even make it up. What? They're literally talking about exactly what they did in 2020.
It's called projection.
Under the guise of COVID, and knowing that these... they could get these black robe judges in these states, in these state Supreme Courts, like in Pennsylvania. And unfortunately, they ended up getting the Supreme Court to not take some of these cases even up. Act 77 in Pennsylvania and other things.
And don't forget... No, go ahead.
But now they're going to use it as their talking point to say, hey, by the way, what we did, now we're afraid that the other side's doing... Oh, well, geez, I can't believe this, changing the way. They'll start complaining about state legislatures next, that the power's getting taken away from the state legislatures. We can't have that. Oh, my God. We may have to send dual set of electors in 24. Oh, well, maybe. I mean, it's just, are you kidding me?
You mean fake electors? A second set?
So the American thinker, who is it? Richard Baer has the same piece today that Just the News had, and he, as we know, says this would actually be a big deal. If Trump won Georgia and Arizona and Nevada, but lost Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, which is quite possible, he would lose 270 to 268. If Nebraska's electoral vote for the Omaha district were added, it would be 269 to 269, and Trump would likely win the House, where each state's delegation gets one vote. This assumes that in Maine, the only other state to award electoral votes by congressional district, the second district votes for Trump, as it has both times that he ran. So it's a big deal.